Yo, what up, it's the kid CJ City, so we back with a brand new fragrance review. Today, we are going to be taking a look at a brand new release from the house of Versace, and this one is going to be Versace Eros Edp Parfum, all right? So I got me a nice little sample right here. You already know how we do, man. You gotta sample these fragrances before you go out there and you're blind by stuff, all right? So I got me a sample. We're gonna be running through this fragrance. I'm gonna be breaking this fragrance down, talking about the notes, talking about the vibes, talking about the differences between this one and the Eau de Toilette, all that good stuff. You guys already know how it is, man. So let's just go ahead and dive into the review here. Man, this Versace Eros right here is not a letdown, okay? If you guys are fans of Versace Eros, this fragrance right here is not going to let you down. The opening of this fragrance right here, how can I explain this? It's almost like, Versace Eros Parfum, the new version, they took the knob and they just start turning the volume down, on the Versace Eros DNA. That's basically what they're doing. The EDT is kind of like that movie that wasn't mixed right. And let's just say like the producer or the mixer or whoever, did the movie, they didn't mix the levels right, man. So you're watching this scene and all of a sudden this car explodes, they start shooting, it's bombs going off and, the music goes and it's just super loud. And you got to grab the remote control and you got to turn it down to a level that suffices you, that makes you feel better, watching the movie, something that you can actually enjoy, man. So this one, the Parfum version, they just turned it down to a level that is suiting and perfect for you. That's the best way that I can explain this. So yes, it's a toned down version, but it works much, much better, man. Like I said, you're getting the DNA, man. You're getting the mint in here. I feel like the mint is toned down too. It's not like this sharp herbal green mint, but the mint, it's there, man. You can smell the mint. You get vanilla, but barely, man. The vanilla, it's toned down a lot, actually. That's the one thing that they actually toned down a lot. It's not like a super sweet fragrance anymore. You're getting apple, but it's something different about this apple, and I didn't realize it until I actually looked into the notes, man. The original one used green apple, and this one, they're saying that they're using a candy red apple, which is weird because you see candy red apple, you would assume this one is going to be sweeter, but it's not sweeter, man. It's apple for sure, but it's not like paired with that vanilla, I guess, and it's not just abrasive, man. It's there, you can smell it. Toned down, very refined, very smooth, man. That's what you got. And then you're getting like this lemon citrus thing going on here. Actually, in the note breakdown, they're saying that there's mandarin orange. I wasn't really picking up on mandarin orange. I wore it 2 times. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and hit myself with the opening one more time just to see if I could get a little mandarin orange or not, man. So you definitely get, oh man, I hate when this happens, dog. It's like you read the notes and then it's almost like you get brainwashed or something, because now it's like I feel like I'm smelling mandarin orange instead of lemon or something like that. But whatever citrus is there, it's there for sure, man. But it's not abrasive. It's not super zesty, sour, tart or anything like that. Very smooth, very refined citrus is what you're getting, man. So yeah, in the opening, you're getting mint. You're getting apple. The apple is pretty strong in this one, I'll be honest with you. The EDT, the vanilla was very strong. The mint was very strong. And this one, the apple is like the main player here. But you're getting that apple, and then you're getting like that lemon, mandarin kind of vibe or whatever. But oh my gosh, man, it's a really, really good opening. Like I said, they took something that was very obnoxious, loud, abrasive, harsh, and they just toned it down. They smooth this thing out right here, and it's just more refined, man. And I like this. This one right here. It's almost like the mature version of you. You know what I mean? It's like, imagine looking back at yourself when you was 13, you was running the streets, you was doing all type of crazy nonsense, man. And then you look at yourself as a man and you're like, yo, I would never do none of that nonsense, man. It takes you from like, you was out here as a consumer, just spending all type of money, man. Look at me, you flossing, you making it rain and all this other stuff, to a man who's like, yo, I'm not gonna buy that. I'm gonna save my money. I'm gonna put that in the bank account. I'm gonna invest that money here. I'm gonna buy this property here. I'm gonna, instead of owning, or instead of working at a building, I'm gonna own the building, man. It just kind of takes you to a different level, a sophisticated level. That's the best way I can explain this fragrance right here. It is very, very suited for, you know, a more refined, smoother, richer version of, you know, Versace Eros. I don't want to say the other one was juvenile because I still wear that fragrance, but this fragrance right here, oh man, it's really good, all right? I honestly feel like some of the base notes, it kind of helps tone down a lot of these things. Even though you don't really catch it, you don't pick it up in the opening, I feel like I feel like the use of those notes is actually what's toning this thing down. So let's just go ahead and move on to, you know, the heart of this fragrance. They're using some ambroxan. Is this cinnamon? No, this is not cinnamon. This is geranium. You're definitely getting some geranium in here. You can still smell the geranium in there, you know, just the same way that you did in the original, just toned down just a little bit. And when I say geranium, it's like this little floral type of nature or whatever the case is. And then they're using clary sage. I'm not really picking up on much clary sage, but they say that it's in here, all right? So definitely, I guess you could say there is ambroxan in here because you can kind of pick up that ambroxan in here. It's not like Sauvage or anything like that, but you're kind of getting reminded of, like, you know, some of those, you know, scents that you're very familiar with, all right? So yes, you're picking up some ambroxan here, okay? The vanilla, now we're moving on to the base and the dry down here. The vanilla, I feel like this is the only gripe I have about this fragrance is they tone down the vanilla way too much because you're not picking up on much vanilla. You get it, it's there, but to me, the vanilla was one of my favorite parts of the fragrance or the EDT. This one, you don't really get that much vanilla in this, sadly. They toned it down a lot here, okay? So they decided that they were going to add some leather in this fragrance, and I was really excited when I heard that they were gonna add leather because I'm like, yo, is this like Tom Ford, Tuscan leather? Is this like a really leathery fragrance? You know, I know Yves Saint Laurent, they added leather to their Lana Huit de L'Homme line, and that one was like, you know, spicy, and you could definitely smell the leather in there. This one, you don't smell the leather like that, man. Honestly, like I said earlier, I feel like it's there, it's used to kind of tone down the overall fragrance. Honestly, something is there, but it's not leather. You kind of get more of like this soft, silky, like nubuck or suede or something like that. It's not like leather or anything like that, man. But it is here. I feel like they're using it and it's being utilized in a different type of way, but it's not a leather dominant fragrance, all right? There's also some sandalwood in this fragrance, man, and I feel like that leather and that sandalwood combination is just giving it this nice silkiness, and it's just toning the fragrance down, and it's making it rich, and it's making it smoother, man, and it's making it more refined. I like the use of sandalwood in this fragrance here, man, and especially paired with that leather. I feel like maybe those two is what's kind of giving me that suede type of vibe, man. And then also in here, they said that you're gonna get some bitter orange in the dry down. I don't get bitter orange in the dry down. I've waited and I've waited. I didn't get any bitter orange, you know. They got some cedar wood and you got some patchouli in this fragrance as well, okay? That is basically what you're getting with this fragrance. Like I said, the Versace Eros DNA is here, but it's not as loud, it's not as abrasive, and I feel like it adds a different element to the fragrance, man. Like, it's just smoother, it's just richer, dog, and I really enjoy this fragrance. I will be picking up this fragrance, but I will not be getting me a 200 milliliter, you know, bottle of this fragrance. Honestly, new fragrances, I don't really deal with the retail price tag, so I'll probably just burn through this decant, you know, maybe get me another 5 milliliter decant or something like that. Wait till the prices start to drop down to like the $50 range, and I'll go ahead and I'll pull me a trigger and I'll add this thing because yes, it's different, man. I like it. You can actually own both of these fragrances, man. When you want to go out there, you want to show out, you want to get some compliments, and you want to get some attention, then go for the EDT. But this one right here is just more kind of just laid back. Like, people are going to have to come into your circumference to actually kind of smell this and enjoy this, man. And that is a perfect segue into, like, you know, the projection and the longevity of this fragrance right here. So the EDT, as soon as you spray that thing, boom, people are going to smell you. This thing is projecting, and it's projecting strongly for a while, man. Maybe 2-3 hours, people are smelling you. Especially if you go heavy on the trigger, maybe like 6 sprays or something like that, you're going to be projecting for a long time, maybe 2-3 hours. This one right here, I feel like if you do the same, if you go about 4 or 5 sprays or something like that, you'll project for like maybe like an hour pretty strongly. People will smell you, but then, like I said, people are going to have to enter into your circumference. They're going to to have to come into your personal space to actually enjoy this fragrance, man. So, you know, can this be like more of like a date fragrance or a night out fragrance or something like that? Yes, it definitely can work for something like that. You know, maybe even, you know, like you know, nighttime with the wife or something like that. You about to get it in or something. You want to spray a little something on before you go to bed. Yes, this fragrance can work for that because it's not going to be too, you know, it's not going to be too loud, man. It's not going to turn her off or anything like that. So yes, this fragrance is definitely something that you can use for that. You know, as far as like longevity goes, you know me, I don't really count skin scents, man. So honestly, I feel like maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I'm only getting about 4 to 5 hours of just picking this thing up. Like I'm moving my hands, I'm moving around, and I'm still picking this thing up. However, if I do this, I'll still smell it, so it's still there, but I'm not picking it up, you know, after like the 4 to 5 hour, you know, mark. So you just have to reapply if you want to be that person that just, you know, still smells strongly and you want to get some compliments a little bit later. Just, you know, reapply, okay? That's basically what's going on with the projection there. Maybe because it's EDP or something like that, it's more refined, more smoother. It's gonna sit closer to the skin. It's just playing the background, man. It's just, you know, one of those type of fragrances, okay? But to me, it doesn't bother me at all because it's a really, really good fragrance, all right? You know, as far as like where you get compliments, yes, you're gonna get compliments with this fragrance. You know, the same way you would get compliments with the EDT, as long as people can come into your circumference and they can actually smell you. The EDT, if I'm standing here and you standing way over there, or you the 10th person in the line at the bank, you can still smell me, all right? It's not gonna work the same with this fragrance, all right? Maybe you can go heavy on the trigger, but I don't feel like you need to, man. This thing works better just as a nice, soft, subtle fragrance, man. And I like it like that, okay? So that's basically what's going on here. You guys can purchase this fragrance basically everywhere right now. You can go on Sephora, you can go to Macy's, you go to Nordstrom. You know, ironically, you can't get the fragrance on Versace.com though. I don't know what's going on with Versace. They ain't even carrying their new fragrance, man. They only got the EDT and the Eros Flame. So you can't even get it on Versace's official website. You're gonna have to go out there to like Macy's and, you know, your big box retailers and get it that way. But if you take it from me, just get you a little decant, wait till those prices drop a little bit, and then you can go ahead and snag you a bottle. Or you can hit the Facebook group, try to do a trade, get a good deal or something like that, because honestly, it's definitely worth having. You know, it doesn't completely make the EDT obsolete. It doesn't take its place completely, but at this stage, if you don't own either one, I honestly would suggest that you just go straight for the EDP, man. I like it. It's really good, man. It's better to me. So that's how I feel about the Versace Eros, man, Eau de Parfum. If you guys have tried this fragrance, drop those comments down below. Let me know what you guys are feeling, man. How does it compare to the EDT in your personal opinion, man? Share those comments so other people can read it. They can get a better idea, because like I always say here, man, I'm just little old CJ City, man. It's just my personal opinion, all right? You know, you guys can agree, you guys can disagree. It's completely fine. I just want to give you my take on the fragrance. But that's basically it. That's going to wrap things up here. You already know what it is. I'm CJ City. I'm signing out until next time. Peace.